Hey everyone, it looks like we ended without really getting to say goodbye to everybody, which sucks. But thank you for tuning in. Nick, if you're still watching, try to jump back on. I'd love for you to get to say goodbye to everybody. There you are. Set a time limit on us. We're having too much fun. Waiting on Nick. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize we went over our hour. Apparently, we're on a time limit.
Oh, okay. Well, I still had
I'm
questions for
on my
you.
Obama phone, so maybe I thought for a minute it didn't work anymore.
I still had a couple questions for you. I
Go,
want to hear
go.
this. Okay. If by some awesome miracle you could show Ricardo Montalban what Nosotros is today, what would you be most proud of?
Man, say that one more time. Just I got somebody in the background that yelled something. Go ahead.
I said, if by some miracle you could show Ricardo Montalban what Nosotros is today, what would you be most proud of?
Wow, that's a good one, man. Talk about going
Right?
deep. Um,
What would you really be most proud of to show him?
the sense of community. He has a book called Reflections, and it's 7 days where he was up in a monastery, actually here in the San Gabriel Valley where I live, and he talks about just wanting the desire for all of us to work together and stop being against each other. Got me tearing up, brother. And I think most importantly
It's
with
still the
that,
fight.
it's we have to just get over it. Get over all these little things that separate us. You know what I mean? I'm a Latino, you're a Latino, Latinx, Latino, however you want to say it. We are the same people.
You might be Cuban and not pronounce your S's. That's fine.
Exactly. Yeah. You may spell your last name
That's
with
for
a
Tony
C
Plana.
incorrectly. You know, it's that, man. It's just a sense of community that I think, specifically in the last 3 years, with this new team that I have: Jam Longoria, Natalia Ochoa, Natasha Galano, Mariana, and Mariana Anaya. Man, we've just been able to find this synergy where the sense of community, we're seeing it in our social media, we're seeing it in our events when we're doing it, and yeah, you got me a little choked up, man. But it's the sense of community that we've all been able to create together. Oh,
Yeah.
you got me on that one.
All right, another one.
On that one.
Okay, you remember the big debate? Was the dress black and blue, or that, what was it, a pink and gray color?
I
Remember
want
the
to say it was
infamous
black.
dress? It was
Yeah,
black
yeah, yeah.
and
No,
it's black and blue, right? See, that's
I
what I
felt it
said.
was black
Okay.
and blue.
I
I felt
actually
it
had
was
one of
black
those
and blue.
moments with my daughter recently where, it was a pair of shoes or something, and one person saw them like pink and gray and the other is the, black and blue or whatever.
Yeah.
And my daughter and I saw them completely different. And I
Really?
was sitting there like, she's not messing with me, right? Because when you first did that with a friend, you're like, come on, no, really. I mean, it's pink and gray, right? And they're like, no, it's black and blue. And you're like, what? I'm looking at it.
Oh,
So
looking at it.
I had that moment with her, and I was like, wow, you really do work like that. Okay,
So,
Andy
oh, you got
Garcia
more?
or Edward James Olmos?
Say that again.
Andy Garcia or Edward James Olmos? Quick,
Oh,
you're
man.
gonna pay for it later. Quick.
I,
These are the
I'm gonna,
hard questions.
man. I'm gonna say Edward James Olmos, and I can tell you why. Of course, I mean, and Edward, if you ever see this, if that wasn't, I was hesitating, but I'm a
Yeah,
big
I'm
fan
sure
of
Edward's
Andy
watching
Garcia
right
as
now.
well. But Edward, when I graduated Los Angeles Jordan High School in 1992, I got a scholarship to the Summer School of Arts when I thought I wanted to be an actor, and we got to go to, I think it was a Sony lot, and Wayne, the Wayans brothers,
Uh-huh.
Marlon Wayans. No, it was the one that did the
You're talking about Keenan and
yeah, the two older ones, but it was the other
mhm,
one. All right. So he was there, and Edward James Olmos was there. He gave the speech to us, and I remember him putting that medal over my neck. And he said, what did he say? He said, "Keep it up,
you got a
mijo."
lot of heart, I say. Maybe too
I know.
much.
He said, "Keep it up, mijo." Right? And again, you didn't know I didn't grow up with a dad or anything, but having this guy that had seen, and stand and deliver, do that. So forever, that's a memory I have, and that's what we honored him last year with the Lifetime Achievement Impact Award. But that was a
Yeah,
good
and
one.
he's played my father, so I get to live that feeling too. And you're just
Exactly.
looking up, going, Edward James Olmos is my dad. I've made it.
I made it. I made it.
He's the best. He's the
Man,
best
I was
on
giving you
and
some
off
silly
screen.
questions, man. I feel like I didn't really
Hey,
put.
I'm not done. I'm not
Oh,
done. Settle down. You lost control of this interview. Okay.
I have.
What's the most important bit of advice you think you've learned during quarantine?
get over it.
Like we were talking about.
Yeah, you know, honestly, and you know, and credit to you for reminding me of it. But I think all those things that I was so worried and rushing about, and spending hours here in my office. My office is 5 minutes from my house, but I'm sometimes here until 1 a.m. You know what I mean? Working on stuff, trying to get things off the ground. And at the end of the day, what does all that matter? What does it all mean? When your family, you could lose your family from one day to the next, you know, and you see the amount of lives that are being lost. It's just get over it. This is what's important. So,
but know that that's, you know, what you do is so important, you know, because
yeah.
many of us come here without a family. You know, I was thousands of miles away from my family, and the
Yeah.
people at Nosotros were an instant one. I instantly had a room full of supporters, you know.
Yeah.
And that's immeasurable. That is important.
Yeah.
There's a reason you're there at one, but it's nice that you know that work isn't all encompassing. But
Yeah.
when you're giving back, it's a nice thing to get involved with. But obviously, yeah, family first.
Yeah, and that and make sure I double wrap my brisket next time. So.
And last question:
Yeah.
Should marijuana be legalized nationwide for recreational use? Yes.
Ooh.
Yes or yes.
Personal views are conflicting with the other views, and look, man, whatever's going to keep people from committing crimes and people that are going to jail for no reason other than minor possession, yes, it should be legalized. That's my thought.
I feel pretty good about this interview
now. Do you feel, did I do good?
You did great. You were a lovely interview. You're always so self-deprecating, but you're wonderful.
Look, I know we went a little bit over here, guys. So to everyone, thank you. Nick, is there anything like you want to share to your members? I mean, the people that are following us now, and this is going to be playing, and we're going to be saving it as well and saving it up to our website. Piece of advice to people out there that are struggling, and I don't know if I can keep doing this, you know, and struggling right now with maybe being kind of quarantined. Anything else you want to say to them? Oh.
You know, it's a difficult thing. I think more than anything is don't compare your life to those around you. Whether, you know, I think there's a big reliance on social media right now, and you know, every actor wants to do some live spot from their house with their pool in the background and these incredible, you know, residences that most of us will never live in. Yeah. But you can't compare your life to other people, I think is a big thing, especially in this, because we're kind of forced to live in our life. So I think more than anything is don't let yourself go down a path where you're creating all these what ifs. I think that's one of the big things you can do is I learned a lesson from one of my early managers very early on where he said, worry about something when it becomes a problem. Not that you're not prepared and ready if indeed it goes that way and you never thought about it, but you can't sit there and dig yourself some hole about all the possibilities, because that'll just drag you down too, and then you can never really give to what you're in the middle of. And a lot of us have to be there, you know, for family and friends. And if in doubt, when you're really feeling down and you don't know or feel that you matter, well, then start helping someone else who needs the help, and you'll see how quickly you matter to them.
Yeah, words to live by. So, you know, what I'd also like to do right now, actually, before I forget, for my people, let me close my door here. I got some people arguing in the background there. For everyone tuning in right now that tuned in, that are local, I want to name those winners. And believe me, all these people were like, I love Nick. So Marlene 76P, you and your group, Priscilla Azul, Yolanda Salazar, and Miss Cindy Lorenzo, who says, I love Nick, he's so hot. And Lisa Amaya, I think you guys are local. I'm going to be doing a pop-up at the Old Sump Brewery in Pomona. Come on out for your brisket, beef ribs, on Nick, because Nick's
You're killing me, man. Oh, sounds amazing.
And Nick, what we want to do too is send me an address, a PO box. I'd love to send you one of our Nosotros shirts.
Gracias. I will.
For you,
you know what I'm missing, man? Did you ever make it? I said, you know what I'm missing? Did you ever make it out to Taste of Texas in West Covina?
Oh, Taste of Texas?
In West Covina. Used to go out there every Sunday back in the day.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it was on Azusa.
Yeah.
And they used to do a comedy night there. I remember because
it was West Covina, but it was kind of right on the line. But yeah, they would do it with Rudy.
Exactly. I did make it out to them with their tacos.
Yeah. Oh man, they had barbacoa.
Yeah. I remember
they had barbacoa all the time, and they had Big Red.
I drove out there years later trying to look for it, and it was gone.
Yeah, they had moved.
Yeah.
and right there to Orange. And then Nick, who ran it, passed away, and the family tried doing it for a while, and then they
Yeah.
finally shut it down.
Well, I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm the guy in West Covina now. So
I saw the 10 East. I saw
I
that.
live
It
in
made me
West
think of
Covina.
Texas.
I live in West Covina, so for me that was a natural given. And that's when I first met my wife. She's like, I live in Almani. I'm like, where's that? She goes, on the 10 East, and I'm like, oh. So when I was thinking of names, it went there.
10 East is
But
good. That's actually a really good production company.
what is?
10 East.
Oh, okay. I
For
don't
name,
know them.
I'm saying no. I mean the name. I'm saying I like it. 10 East.
Oh, you're on GoDaddy right now registering
Yeah.
it. But anyways, again, thank you so much for this. To all our followers, let us know if you want to have Nick back. If Nick wants to come back, he's more than welcome. And yeah, man, again, thank you so much for this. And
I'll say really quickly
yeah,
also
please.
to some of, I know we have some Good Doctor fans on here and stuff, and I see everything. I see all the comments, all the love. Please know that I do. I really can't indulge in a lot of, the fantasies of everything and petitions and whatnot, but
Yeah.
it warms the cockles of my old heart. And, I'm not ready to say goodbye to him either, but sometimes, what is it? What did we learn in quarantine, Joel?
Get over it.
Get over it.
Get over it. Yeah. Bigger and better things. Bigger things coming later down the road. This is all what they call stepping stones, and that's why I always look back. Hindsight is 20/20. You go back and like, I'm here because I did that. I'm here because I did that. And I strongly, and I said at the beginning, you are this generation's George Clooney. And let's end it on that. For me, you are that.
I better get to work.
I look forward to seeing all this great big stuff you're going to be doing, brother. Okay?
Thank you, Papa.
Mucho
I really
luck.
appreciate the time.
All right. Hope to see you soon in person.
Thank you, sir. Me too.
Bye, guys.